Hello exiles, how are you doing today? Hope I find you well and welcome to a new video. So in this video I just want to share with you guys my league starter build guide, which is as detailed as I could make it, so that you can have an easier time living through the X until to the point that you are a strength stacking zombie build, right? So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to talk about, in this video, I'm going to talk about the leveling skills. Right, you see I put up Act 1 to Act 10 up to CI, and then I put up skills, Act 1 up to CI as well. And then on items, I put up mapping, strength testing low life, and strength testing CI. Right, so let's take a look at the acts. You've got Act 1, Act 2, it goes by act, right, up until you reach Act 10. That's how it is like for the acts. And then for the skills, I also have the same setup for the skills. You have Act 1, skills you have in Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4, right, keep going. So ignore this ones, they are coming from the weapon. So then for the gear, you have also mapping gear, strength stacking, and CI, right? That's the gear that you have. So let's take a look at the damage that you can expect, let's say when you reach maps. Okay, when you reach maps, and then we go mapping gear here, and then we go maps on there, and then we go maps on the skills, right? So with this setup, you can expect to get around 3.2 million shaper DPS, right? Let's take a look at the gear. You have a +1 convoking one with minion damage and trigger, and then you have just life resistant block, life resists +2 on your helmet, +2 to all minions. On the body armor is just life and resist. On the glove, life and resistance stats. On the boots, life and resist and movement speed. And then we have a replica dragon flight amulet that has raised zombie level 3 levels of all raised zombies skill gems. And then we have a replica dragon flights onyx amulet. Then on the rings we have life, stats, and minion damage. And then we have a darkness enthroned with some minion damage, minion movement speed on it, same as that. And then that's the skills. And this is the Atlas passive tree, not Atlas passive tree, I mean character passive tree for just before you turn strength stacking. And also, if you want a little bit more help, I put this out in the notes section, all of this from Act 1 to Act 10 skill setup, and then the trial locations are here. I'll make an in-depth video about the trials for some people who are coming to Path of Exile who haven't done the trials yet. I'll put a trial video probably tomorrow explaining how you get to your ascendancies, right? So the order for getting ascendancies: in normal lab you take graveyard shift, and then you take fresh puppets in Act 8, and then you take rotting might in Act 10, and then take feeding frenzy in when you're in maps in the final ascendancy. So that's it for that part, for the mapping. See, now the first time you get to strength stacking, right, there's a few unique items that you need. Okay, so let's just take a look at that. You see, with strength stacking, one of your zombies doing 1.4 million shaper DPS, and you have 16 of them. Okay, and you have 1,600 strength, so in total damage is 23 million. This is on the low life version. All right, so on the low life you want a prism guardian, you want the baron, you want ghost right. You can get one without corruptions, you can get one with corruptions, do whatever you can. But for the end game, you want to get these 2 corruptions on your ghost right, silk and vest. This also converts 50% of maximum life to energy shield. It also has a high flat energy shield, right? Then you have your shaper's touch gloves with a +2 corruption. I'll tell you why, because this is housing our animate guardian setup, which is giving us a free aura. And then we also have +1 to energy shield per 10 strength, which is why we have a decent amount of energy shield right here. Then also we only need this flask and maybe 2 other flasks. You have your own options, because we are running a brutal restraint to give us 4 flux charges per empty slot every 5 seconds. This means this flask will always be full, will never run out, and it lasts 12 seconds. Okay, and it will be, we'll put intrinsic not intrinsic, I'm forgetting that thing that makes it auto activate, because we are low life, and this doesn't block chaos shield from going through, but this will block chaos shield. Chaos damage cannot bypass energy shield during effect, right? So that is That's the unique items that you need. As for jewels, you would want to have a split personality with strength at least, and then attitude is a bonus. 2 split personalities that we'll be putting on this or this side of the tree, right, on the cluster jewel. So all these are increasing the effect of this, because what the split personality does, this dual socket has 25% effect per allocated passive skill between it and the class starting location. So each of these nodes from where it is up to this point is increasing its effect by 25%. So sorry about that, was a phone call. We take a look at, we also need this efficient training. What it does, it converts intelligence in radius to strength, right? So right here, all this intelligence is being converted to strength. All this intelligence is being converted to strength with this efficient training jewel. This and the Emperor's Might is not even needed in this build. This is the ascendancy. So the jewel I put, there is an update in POB where you have your ascendancies in jewel. So all the ascendancies is in there. Then on the configuration, you see we have specters and animate guardian right there. And then you maimed and all of that, feeding frenzy, aspect of the IV, and if you have, okay, this is off, right? But even if it is off, you won't get it because this is not affected. Because this is not on this version of the build because we're using Ghost Right. Now, if we turn into the CI version, this is the GG one. The CI version you see is doing 33 million shaper DPS, right? With aspect of the avian, it goes to 46 million shaper DPS, right? What is different in this version is, one, we have 17 ray zombies because of our Eyes of the Great Wolf plus 2 to number of ray zombies, and then our increased attributes. So I just put a random one there, but you can get something like 24% increased attributes. That will work fine, but this will be the target if you want to get 2000 strength. Okay. Then we have Shaper's Touch Gloves, Sakawau's Nest with a minion or +1 level corrupt, and then the Baron, and the rest of the gear is literally just stats, life and energy shield and resistances, because this is CI now. Okay. And then that is basically it for the video, well, for the build. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. And if you have suggestions, additions, let me know also in the comment section. I will do a video in the next few days from going from Act 1 up to Act 3. I'll do a show you guys how to level from Act 1 up to Act 3, because that is the most annoying part of leveling minions. Alright. So that's it for the video, guys. If you found this helpful, if you like this POB, it's in the description. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.